What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Transfer Show in association with OneFootball. They're covering us and backing us on Mondays and Fridays, so make sure you go and check them out. There'll be links then down in the description. It's fantastic for covering all your football previews, your football reviews. You know, you've got the transfer news, you've got basic news as well. You know, it's all pretty good stuff. You know, they'll leave a link to them, but as I said, down in the description. You can customise it to your club, because I know not all of you are Chelsea fans, but obviously we have it covering Chelsea, and yeah, it's really, really good. It's really helped us out over the past few days, and they're backing us obviously for the rest of August, and they're giving us a bit of money to improve the channel as well and help you guys out with better content. So it's a win-win for everybody, which is great. But anyway, let's get straight into today's transfer news. If you haven't noticed, I'm trying something a bit new. I'm at my local coffee shop, which I come here. I've been coming here most days. You know, these guys are massive football fans in here, so they let me record. So thanks to them, Gusto and Tommy Joels. They are great guys as well. Napoli fans, so it's pretty cool as well. There's loads of pictures of Maradona and stuff on the walls. But as I said, transfer news. I keep getting sidetracked. We need to get into it. And our first story is obviously about Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. So if you've been, not checking the news today, some very interesting from places as well. Twitter, I've been seeing it. I've been seeing it all over news now. There's loads of news outlets reporting it. Happy days. It seems like we are in for a deal with Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, which if you said that to me 2 days ago, I would have said you're a nutcase. He's been playing regularly for Arsenal. He's been playing well. And for me, obviously, you've got Kolasinac, who's been a fantastic player. For the past couple of games I've seen him play, I thought he's been great. He's got Bellerin as well on that right-hand side, so he's not a first-choice player in that 11. And I think he wants regular football. And apparently we're confident and tabling a £35 million deal for Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. Fantastic utility player. We've been saying this for such a long time. I want to see him in a Chelsea shirt, and I will pay anything. 35 minutes or enough, I'll pay anything up to 50. And the reason I'll pay anything up to 50, before you start typing in the comment section and saying, what are you doing? You're an absolute nutcase. Obviously, he's English. That's going to put the price on the value. We're a rival. That's going to add price to the value. He's a very important player, and he has a lot of market valuation. Obviously, you've got all his deals as well and stuff. It adds value. And it's very late in the transfer market, and we're panicking. That's mainly the reason I'll pay anything up to 50 million quid for him. Yes, it's a massively inflated price, but that's what happens when you wait. And clearly, after the performance of the weekend, even though we fought back, the board saw that we definitely need some reinforcements, and have said to Emanalo and Marina, go out and get them, which is why today's transfer news is very positive. And I'm not talking about any outgoings, which is brilliant, because we basically don't have any players that we can let go of anymore, apart from Kennedy and Baba Rahman, who seem to be going out on loan to Newcastle and Schalke respectively. But moving on in the transfer stories, let me know what you think about Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. Do you want to see him in a Chelsea shirt? He's English, he's brilliant, he's fantastic. Come to Chelsea, please. I really want you. That'd be great. But moving on, apparently we are chasing Davinson Sanchez from Ajax. Now, if you saw the Europa League final and you watch a bit of Dutch football, I don't really, but from what I've seen of Davinson Sanchez and from what I've heard, he is massively hyped. He's a very, very good up-and-coming talent, as is the majority of that Ajax team. Obviously, you've got the likes of De Ligt, Dolberg, obviously Davinson Sanchez, you've got Onana, what's his name, in goal. And then obviously, these are all players which have been linked with massive moves to separate clubs, and obviously Ajax is going to be plundered again. It's that 95 Champions League winning team all over again. You've got your Kluivert there as well, so it's literally full circle now. And apparently we are chasing him. Apparently Tottenham and Real Madrid are also interested, and Spurs have already had a £36 million bid rejected for the centre-back, although he has had talks with Pochettino, and apparently Spurs is his preferred destination over Chelsea, over playing time and all that sort of stuff, because obviously we do, if you include Gary Cahill, even though he's suspended, have 5 centre-backs already. And it's he probably will have limited playing time, but with squad depth, I think he'd be a fantastic player to bring in terms of the backline reinforcements. Obviously, if I'm including Azpilicueta in the 5 we already have, so he can play on either wing back if we need him to. It's not his strongest position, but he can play there if needs be. Obviously, Chamberlain, if we bring him in, can play on either side as well. So it all kind of works out, and it's working through. But apparently, if we don't get Davinson Sanchez, which is a deal that I've been seeing, but not as heavily linked as a £50 million move or more for want-away Southampton centre-back Virgil van Dijk. Now, Virgil van Dijk's obviously been training alone, I believe, and not wanting to be part of the Southampton squad, and has handed in his transfer request and said, look, I want to leave. Obviously, a move to Liverpool didn't materialise, although they're also linked with him as well. Obviously, he's a Southampton player. Of course, he's going to be linked to Liverpool. But obviously, with him being linked to Liverpool and to us, 15 million move is apparently what Southampton want if he wants to leave. It's definitely in excess of. We need players. You know, we can potentially use Christensen or Luiz as a central midfielder if we need to. If we don't get the players, if we bring him or Davinson Sanchez in, he definitely improved the squad. He wants to win trophies. He said he wants to play in the Champions League, and if he comes to us, you know, he's potential to win trophies this year. With the squad we have, is pretty thin and pretty not a very high chance, but we are in the Champions League. And we can offer that to him. So I think he'd be a good player to bring in, despite the fact we already, like I said, have 5 defenders. He would definitely be an upgrade on Cahill, maybe even Luiz. You know, even though I think Luiz plays really well, it'd be interesting to see what he can do. But, you know, let me know your thoughts. Do you want Virgil van Dijk or Davinson Sanchez? Let me know down in the comments section below. But again, we're going to move swiftly on, and apparently, according to the Express, we have filed a £25 million bid for Cancelo from Valencia. Obviously, a wing-back option. We are very light in that position. We've got the likes of it. We have Victor Moses. We have Marcus Alonso. Like I said, Azpilicueta can play there, but he's not his strongest position. You know, we can use, I guess, Moses has played on the left. He could be the utility player, and Cancelo could be a starter for us. We obviously scouted him during the Under-21 European Championships, and he was a very, very, very strong player there from what I saw as well. I think he's definitely someone worth bringing in. He's a star at Valencia. He's a good player. He's very quick. He's almost like a Hector Bellerin-esque kind of player. So ideal to play on that right-hand side, like, you know, Kyle Walker, Bellerin. They're both fast. Victor Moses is fast as well. You know, these you have to be able to keep up there. And I think Azpilicueta being more defensive-minded, it wasn't really his position. Even though he obviously had a really good stab at it during the Burnley game. He's more defensive minded, but Cancelo as a player can bomb forward, he can put a cross in, and he's that kind of player. He likes to get forward, so it'd be very interesting to see if this comes off. Obviously, we're filing bids for players. We need to go and get them. We need to bring them through. If we need to get these deals done, because our squad is so thin right now. But a 25 million bid for Cancelo has been filed. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Would you like to see him in a Chelsea shirt? Our next story is about Drinkwater and Sergio Roberto, because like I said, we need to reinforce the central midfield because we only have one option going into Spurs. Apparently we are willing to increase our offer for Drinkwater, but not to the 30 million mark, which I don't blame them for, because I personally wouldn't pay £30 million for Danny Drinkwater. Obviously this is a Fabian Delph-esque move. He would be a backup. He is English, so we can boost our quota, and if he plays well for us, it's a bonus. It's all right, considering he won the league with Kante next to him. Could he do it again? It'll be interesting to see. Obviously, if we bring him in, that would be class. But for me, the player which I'm most interested in, the fact that we could bring him in, I think he could be a massive acquisition, is Sergio Roberto from Barcelona. Obviously, he didn't play the best at right back last season for Barcelona. It's not his position, but he is a central midfielder. He is a destroyer, but he can pass as well. And I've been covering this one before. I think he would be a fantastic option for us to bring through. I'd really like to see him in a Chelsea shirt. And I think he's a fantastic player personally. I just don't think he's been given the correct opportunity, as it were. And I think, you know, in the Premier League and under Conte's tutelage, he didn't really fit the Barcelona system. I think he could be a great player. But obviously, guys, let me know your thoughts down in the description. Would you like to see Sergio Roberto in a Chelsea shirt? But don't let me know in the description, because you can't do that, because that's where I put all the stuff. You let me know in the comments section. That's where I can talk to you, not the description, because that would be a bit stupid if I could talk to you in the description, because it's a completely different area and it describes the video, doesn't ask the question. But anyway, moving on. You know, that's the transfer news for today. Obviously, I'm going to highlight it one more time for you. Apparently, we're very confident of a £35 million deal for Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. We're chasing Davinson Sanchez and Virgil van Dijk for £50 million. That's £50 million for Virgil van Dijk, and we need to be in excess of 40 for Davinson Sanchez. The Express are reporting that we have a £25 million bid tabled for Cancelo of Valencia. We're willing to increase our offer for Drinkwater, and Sergio Roberto has said he's leaving Barcelona, and Conte has already held talks with him. But guys, make sure you follow us on all our social media links. Make sure you subscribe to 100% Chelsea. Again, make sure you check out OneFootball for all your latest football news. You can customise it to what you want, because I know you're not all Chelsea fans. There'll be links to them down in the description. But guys, take care, and I'll see you very, very soon.